What's up, y'all? It is StrawhatYomo back again with another one with
What's going on? It's your boy Dcentos. You already know what it is, man. We back in the building, shooting another video back to back to back, like we never
yes,
left.
sir. Yes, sir.
Mm,
We going back to back. So this video is called is for Made in the Abyss
yes.
season 2.
Maiden Abyss, the golden city of the scorching sun. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Maiden Abyss. Now, one thing I want to say before we talk about this is that now there will be spoilers, but also, what's crazy is that there's actually a movie in between this and the second season. Did you watch the
There
movie?
is. Yeah, I watched the movie.
Yeah. So at first I know that, right? No, I didn't know that because I started like the first episode and I was like, how did we get here? I was like, hold on. So you know what I'm saying? I went on. I got Hulu, and Hulu got a lot of sports. But I went on Hulu, and I went ahead and watched the movie. Now, if you didn't watch the movie, basically the movie tells you how what's the old girl's name? What's his name? Like Rinko?
Yeah, I think Rinko.
What's the, let me Rinko Reg? Yeah, how Rinko basically gets her white whistle, which spoiler alert, the white whistle is made of a human being, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the premise of the last movie. And basically with this season, they're going into the sixth layer, right? So if you remember anything about Made in the Best, they said anywhere from the fifth layer up, you can go back to the surface and live your life. But if you go to the sixth layer, that represents your final dive. So once you go there, you can never go back up because the curse, if you remember, when you go up in the abyss, you get cursed.
Yeah.
The curse of the sixth layer is losing your humanity, which is why you can never reverse it. So that is essentially the I guess the premise of this season. And one thing I want to say before we even talk about this is, and maybe you could shed some light on this. First of all, why is Rinko so brave? Why is she so brave to lose her life? Like, does she realize that she cannot go back up? Like,
Uh, man, I don't know. That was confusing to me. Like you realize that once you go down, you can't go back up. And the curse is real. Like you had people legit turning into like crazy different beings.
mm-hmm,
And so I guess she's just really dedicated into like trying to find like her mom and the secret of the abyss and everything like that. And
but like her mom is most likely dead. Like, does she realize that?
well, we don't know that. We don't know that.
I mean, I guess we don't know that, but I mean, like, it's just like the further you go down, the more and more dangerous does it get. And like, her mother's irresponsible. Like, why you leave your child like that and not say nothing? But
Hey, that's how anime parents are though. Like they're just deadbeats. So it is what it is.
okay, all
But
right.
but yeah, just getting back to the show. You know, I mean, Dcentos did a good summary of what led up to this as well too. And so now after that, and I also got to say that movie is also messed up, but the show is, as a whole is also messed up. It has a little like cute little characters, and you think that nothing's gonna go wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
of course something goes wrong. And the show does a good job of making you feel uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I got from this show as well too, uncomfortable. Um, and so after the movie, we see that these characters go into the Golden City, which is the sixth layer, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So they're now on the sixth layer, so they can't go back up. And so the trio they stumble upon this village full of other like hollows, is what they call them, right?
I guess they're hollows, but some of them were former adventurers trying to challenge the
Yeah.
cave. To be honest, that really wasn't clear to me 100% about how everyone got there. But
I feel like there were more people than what they came in with as well too, but I'll just get
exactly,
into that. But we stumble upon this village full of hollows, full of people who came from, I guess, above, who are now stuck over here on the sixth layer, just living life,
yeah.
and our trio just kind of learned more about the village, how it was formed, its history and everything, and and just kind of going on from there. So that is the entire plot of that season. Now I did like how they were kind of going back and forth between like the current and the past, between like what happened, kind
Yeah.
of build up
Mm-hmm.
the mystery of the whole thing. And when you find out the history of the village and how everything was formed, it's pretty shocking. It's pretty
Yeah.
shocking. It doesn't make me feel good at all.
Mm.
And that's what, like I said, this show does well. It knows how to give you that like gut wrenching, twist of a plot, and yeah, I didn't expect that, honestly.
I'm looking at the characters right now because I think one of the things about the village is that it's called the Golden City, but essentially this village has this interesting thing where everything is based on value. So, I don't even know, maybe I would say call it like an intrinsic bartering system where each
Mm-hmm.
if I trade something with you, this has value. Now, I don't necessarily have to give you money, but whatever your value is on that, I expect that in return. Now, the crazy thing about the city is that if you steal something from somebody, then you have now taken their value, but the city has to balance that out. So the city will take its own action against you and either kill you, rob you, or do whatever it does to you until the exact value has been exchanged, has been given back. So there's that. But like I think like an important thing to know about this show is like how, I guess this season is about how the city started, and just like very briefly, if I can just find these characters' names. So you've got I guess Bailoff, Faputa, let's see, Irimui, and let me see, and Makija, right? And
Mm-hmm.
basically these guys are like the founding people of this village, right? And what you need to know is that um when these people went down, right, into the cave and they got to the sixth layer, there was actually nothing there. And essentially the group that went down looking for treasure were about to die, and they found this golden egg and they gave it to Irimui. And basically they were like, Irimui, like, use this egg to help us, right? And her wish was to have children, right? So basically they give her this egg and she like transforms into like this big blob creature, and she births children every single day, but these children only live for one day. So basically what the village did was to survive, because they were starving, was that they ate Irimu's children every single day just so that the village could live, right? And
Mm-hmm.
essentially, Irimui, she was like immobile. She couldn't do anything because she had transformed into like this stone like structure. She was crying. She really hated it. Basically, it was very heart wrenching for her. And essentially, eventually the village becomes Irimui's body. And I guess like the last little bit of it is that Irimui's final child is Faputa. And and basically Faputa's goal is to get revenge upon the village because of what they did to her mother. They constantly ate her children to survive, which I guess you kind of had to, right? I mean, that's
No, yeah, she has a point.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's like they had to survive, which going back a little bit, that is scene where they all got diarrhea. That was nasty, bro. That was nasty.
bro.
That was
Yes,
nasty. That's when I
that's what I
say
was
that.
saying. This show like made me feel uncomfortable because like the creature she was turning into, like the process of it, I was like, this is nasty. And then
Mm-hmm.
she's like giving birth to it, and like they take it away and they kill it and they feed it to other people. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like I said, like it's very deceiving with the show when it comes to like the kid format and everything.
Eggs.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
I just didn't feel comfortable when I was watching it. But it's also such a good show as well too. Like the plot was good. I felt like our characters like had their moments to shine,
Mm-hmm.
all of them. They felt like they all played a equally good role in it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I yeah, man. Like this season was, I don't know. It was so. I guess one thing I didn't like was that the whole season actually kind of took place in the village. I kind of wish they would have
Yeah.
went to like the seventh layer. And they would have went further down, but I mean, that's the approach they want to do it. Maybe each season you do a layer, fine. But I kind of wish they would have did a little bit more. But essentially, Nanachi, Reg, and Rinko, their goal is to solve the problems of the village, and basically, Paputa, which is Irimui's child, wants to get revenge on the village, right? So I mean, so like they're doing all that, and that's all good and dandy, but it's just how do I don't even know how to put it. Like everything is just unsettling. Like the villagers are creepy. Like
Yeah, they're all creepy.
yeah, like they
Uh,
speak English or Japanese, and they also got their own language, but they're all just like kind of weird. And at points, like I thought they were like gonna harm the main trio, but I guess they technically couldn't because of the village's intrinsic value balancing act or whatever. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, there's that. But I guess like the kind of like the climax of this entire season is that Urimui breaks into the village some way somehow, right? And it starts to get
mhm.
revenge on the villagers. And she starts trying to, murder everyone, kill everyone, this, that, and the third. And but as she's trying to do that, the village was originally protecting everyone from the dangers of the sixth floor because the monsters of the sixth floor are demons. Like they are
Yeah,
demons. So basically,
basically.
yeah. So they come in and they start just killing everybody. So it is just a bloodbath through the entire thing. So like that's like the climax of it. And to me, I don't know. It was I don't I don't know. How did you feel about this season? How would you describe it? Because
Overall, like
yeah,
the season as a total, I felt like it was okay. It wasn't
yeah,
bad. Um, I felt like we were just kind of like going along the show, like, okay, it's going. I felt like it didn't really pick up until one, when we learned about her past, like how the village was created. That was unsettling. And then two, when Faputa broke in, to the village because the barrier was down, and
yeah.
now she's like, I'm gonna get revenge, and her whole demeanor just changed.
Mhm.
Just seeing that happen, and then the creatures coming in, it's like complete mayhem. I feel like that was like the highlights of the show, and even the ending, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is like confirmed. Like I think all the villagers died, right?
Yeah, I think pretty sure they all died. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the villagers died. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, and they were
Um,
strangely linked to the village, which didn't make sense.
what do you mean?
Like so you know how like the original founders, right? They couldn't leave the village because they would disappear. I think, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I don't know, like but obviously there were adventures that came along the way. So why couldn't they leave? That didn't make sense to me. Or why do they felt like they owed some type of great debt to Faputa? But our main trio were able to go in and out of the villages as they pleased. That didn't make sense to me at
Well,
all.
I think it's well they didn't get turned into like those creatures as well too, so that made have played a role
Okay.
because they went through the whole transformation. So I feel like that might have played a big role into it. But I see what you're saying. Um, yeah, like I feel like the season wasn't bad. I still prefer the first season better than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But and the movie was good as well too. But like I said, this one wasn't bad. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was still like a good watch. So
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool. Like I said, I just wish more would have happened. I don't really have much to really say about this. I wish it would have went to a different floor. Like this felt like a filler arc. In a grand scheme of the whole dungeon, this felt like a filler arc. I'm like, really? Like we're gonna solve?
well, this whole so I've been reading the manga.
Okay.
This whole like sixth floor it's been so the manga comes out I think monthly or like every 2 months.
Yeah.
So it takes a while. This sixth floor stuff really just concluded, I think, like this year. So
Mm.
we're not gonna see Made in the Abyss for a while.
Okay.
So it's gonna take a little bit. Like this whole like I read it and it's something that like okay I'm reading it but I'm not seeing it again for another like month or two, so completely forgot everything. So I feel like this season was a good for me to like a refresher, like oh okay that's what happened and that's how this happened. So So there was that as well too. So I like it as a refresher, but yeah.
Would you like that as a refresher? Yeah. Like I said, I don't feel any type of way about it. Like it was good and then it wasn't. I mean, characters were interesting. I guess Baputa. I don't know. Is she going to? No, she wasn't going to join the crew, right? I think that's what happened at the end of the season.
No, she joined.
Oh, she did. I thought she was like gonna go away and then not join. I don't know what was going on. I feel like at some point, everyone was dying. There was too much carnage, and I'm just in the back of my mind, I'm always wondering. I'm like, why is Rinko not scared? Like that is what I keep thinking through every single episode. How are you not scared of this shit?
It's because she's. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. That's the only reason why. 'Cause I'm like, you ain't scared of all these little monsters and demons coming around.
Yeah, like killing
I was
you.
like, all right.
Like they are going to kill. Like that poison dragon thing was that thing was
Yeah, that
gruesome.
they cannot touch it. Even Faputa was struggling with all those people too,
Exactly.
and I thought she was like the strongest of the strong, but she was taking her hits as well too. So
Mm-hmm.
there was that.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to say about the show before we wrap it up?
Nah, I don't. I really don't, man. If I had to rate it, I give it an 8. It was solid. Just I think like you said, it's not as interesting as the first season. I feel like that, like the shy fight, it was still kind of there, but not as much. And I didn't get what I personally wanted. Like I wanted more exploration. That's what I wanted personally.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I feel a little with that as well too. I wanted some more exploration. I wanted a little bit more about the history of the abyss. We didn't really get that much. I guess we got more of like a prequel, and then we found out that the abyss is actually getting bigger because in the flashback it was smaller and now it's bigger. So that is interesting to see.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, other than that, I thought the episode was straight. I give it also an 8 as well too. It wasn't. It was good. It was good. Like I enjoyed for what I watched. It was decent. So yeah.
mm.
Um, did you? I guess That's all you wanted to say,
Yeah, that's all
right?
I gotta say.
All right. Well, that's it is. That's our opinions on Made in the Abyss. So just let us know what y'all think about the show, if y'all liked it or not. The weird, creepy scenes as well too. But yeah, that's our opinion on Made in the Abyss, and that's it. So we are out, y'all. Peace.